In this video I'll tell you about common errors for multiple imputation for missing values. There are 4 main errors I've come across from time to time, and I think it's important not to do them. The first error, a fundamentally wrong understanding of how multiple imputation works. And unfortunately that happens more often than one would think. So for that reason, a short recap of how multiple imputation works. You have data, incomplete data. The first step, you estimate via imputation completed datasets, and since it's called multiple imputation, a number of completed datasets. And then the second step, you run your analysis, whatever it may be, in this example a regression, for each of those imputed datasets. You don't take just one of those imputed datasets and run the analysis only for that one. You do it for all imputed datasets. And the third step, the so-called pooling by Rubin's rule, you aggregate those results into one final result. Only if you are doing these 3 steps, you are doing multiple imputation. Second error, you're not using enough imputation samples. There's a rule of thumb, you should use at least as many imputation samples as you have a percentage of incomplete cases. So if you have 15% cases where at least one variable is missing, then you should at least use 15 imputation samples. One source for that error is that most imputation programs have a default value for the number of imputation samples that's quite low. So probably you will have to increase the number of imputation samples compared to the default of your program. Third error, wrong imputation method. The different algorithms or programs for multiple imputation decide which method to use for the imputation of a specific variable by looking at its data format. So the imputation method used by your program for the imputation of a variable on a metric scale will be different from the imputation method for a variable on the ordinal scale or on a nominal scale. For that reason, it's important that you have specified the correct data format for each of your variables, because then your program probably will choose the correct imputation method for all variables. And the fourth error, not evaluating the quality of the imputation. There are 2 main criteria, convergence and the value range. When it comes to convergence, you will want to make sure that at the end of the iterations, the estimates for all variables have become more or less stable, so that you don't have a consistent trend, for instance downward or upward, because then it would be possible that had you increased the number of iterations, the estimates would still rise or fall. The second is the value range. You should make sure that the imputed data values are within the range that makes sense for the variable you have. So for instance, if you had age in your data set, you definitely don't want to have an imputed value of -3 years as age. In this example, the blue dots are real values and the red dots are imputed values, and here we can see we have imputed values only for the same values where there are real values too, so here we don't have a problem with the value range. Those are the 4 main errors when it comes to multiple imputation that I see as a consultant. Of course, there are other considerations that are important too, especially that the assumption is met that you have missing at random, because with missing not at random, the results of multiple imputation could be quite wrong as well. I hope this video has been helpful for you. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.